That's fine, he's right on me. It's all good. Yeah, I said I had a legendary pistol, yeah. How's it going, team? This is the Brown Man. I hope all is well. For today, I am actually going to go over Amanda Fisher. Amanda Fisher is my favorite hunter. The reason being is that she is pure DPS, but she also rewards you in terms of scaling. Amanda Fisher rewards those that are accurate. I think she is an epitome of a character that rewards you for actually learning how to do your job efficiently, which is to shoot and aim as a hunter. That is primarily your job. She is second in learning only to Kelly, because Kelly teaches you to dodge shoot, but of course Amanda also rewards you for dodging and shooting properly. So let's get into this. Of course, we are going to go from level 25 build all the way up to the level 30 build as usual. So first up is going to be her first perk. Her first perk is Ammo for Days. 7-second duration. 7-second duration. I mean, 90-second cooldown. This allows you to fire your weapon without expending ammunition. Just be mindful, last chance does not work while Ammo for Days is active because you are not expending that last shot. At Prestige 5, it is 9 seconds and 85-second cooldown. Quite good for having the highest DPS in the game, allowing you to not just handle basics like ED2, but it allows you to handle elites and bosses. Pretty much one of the fastest characters to deal with those upper class units in the game. Trusty Sidearm and Weapon Master Pistol are her next two perks. That means she spawns with the pistol, and then she has the Weapon Mastery for the pistol. The pistol is actually outclassed by the Lever Action. The Lever Action does double the damage, and it scales up to about the Legendary Pistol in terms of just generic DPS, without expending as much ammo as a Legendary Pistol. So the Lever Action, also having a bit more range, and almost having an instant reload, is generally preferred over the pistol, and because of its really fast rate of fire as well, just a little bit slower than the pistol, it does allow you to rack up your 6 stacks for your last perk, which is Accuracy Counts. Accuracy Counts increases the damage of each of your shots if you hit them consecutively within a 5-second window, and once you miss or you don't hit something for within that 5-second window, then you will lose all of your stacks. Without Prestige 1, it is 2% per stack. At Prestige 1, it is 3% per stack, up to 6. So once you get up to 6 stacks, you will retain that 18% pseudo weapon mastery for the Lever Action, double barrel, or whatever gun is of your choice. So with Amanda, this is just one of the builds that I have. This is a level 25 build. So typically you can go into Last Chance if you want. That is totally fine. Some people run Blunderbuss or double barrel. Max fear resistance, of course, so you don't murder your team. You don't have to have fear resistance, but if you don't have fear resistance, then you should be maining the Lever Action and shooting from quite a safe distance. That way, you are not at risk of running into traps. I Ain't Afraid of No Trap is also a decent investment if you want to pull something out of somewhere. Deadly up close and deadly from a distance allows you to actually boost the damage based off of your distance. And yes, that sounds relatively relatively simple, but deadly from a distance and deadly up close have their own respective ranges. So deadly up close is actually a 16.4 foot radius, and as you can see here, This is a leader with no range invest in the aura, so it is about this in range for deadly up close. Is about this range, or maybe a little bit closer to you. But 16.4 feet is actually not far. So this is about the range for that to activate. So if you are outside of this range, if you're shooting outside of this range, then you are not getting the benefit of deadly up close. So a lot of people are actually a little bit further outside of deadly up close range, and you can see deadly up close activate when you are in combat or just in general walking around, because it'll be on the bottom of your HUD. Deadly from a distance actually covers more, right? So it starts from about this range. As you guys can see, this is a leader invested with a 32.8 foot aura. From this range and onward, your shots are boosted by 15%. If you are further away from the threat, then you are actually more likely to continue shooting without being interrupted, which is really great for accuracy counts and really great for ammo for days. You don't want to be interrupted while your active is up, so you want to be able to shoot as freely as possible to get the most out of that 7 or 9 seconds. So that's why typically the lever action is my baby. And I rock that shit almost like religion. You can swap it out mid to late game in favor of a double barrel or blunderbuss. So of course you can take some out of here, and if you don't want both, that is totally fine. You can take out of one and then go into I Ain't Afraid of No Trap, and then maybe reduce some of the damage you take from traps as well, or go a little bit into stamina for that maximum stamina. Of course, Artful Dodger is needed. You do not have much health as a hunter, but you do have a shit ton of stamina, so let's invest a little bit in that, so that way we can be safe and handle things effectively. So my Prestige 5 build is actually going to look a little bit different. My Prestige 5 build is actually going to be this. Long shot is pretty decent. It allows you to actually stay a little bit further back and deal damage through the pain to things like bosses, units, etc. Especially if you are rocking the lever action or blunderbuss, you can actually help out your teammates if they are being pressured by a boss. You can do that a lot sooner. If you have the double barrel, yeah, it is generally easier to hit and easier to get a certain amount of damage, but you also have to be within a certain range, otherwise it drops off, or otherwise the spread is going to be a bit far. If you are using a shotgun class weapon, you might want to look into Surgical Strike. That way the spread is reduced. And something interesting to note with shotgun class weapons and other weapons, right? Shotgun class weapons, they actually have a bunch of pellets that spray out, right? But what happens is you do not get the full headshot boost unless every single pellet hits the face. So that's why this perk is there. Surgical Strike is there to reduce the spread by 35%. So it increases your chance to get more pellets onto someone's face. Every single other weapon is one accuracy check for the boost. So once you get that shot to the head with anything that's not a shotgun, it automatically gets the boost and automatically gets the full Wig Splitter buff as well. That's something that people also don't realize. Only the pellets that hit the head will get the Wig Splitter buff. However, if you only have to pass one accuracy check and you're hitting that head, then one shot will get the full Wig Splitter bonus and the full hollow points bonus. Of course, if you want to go full damage for some goddamn reason, you can uninvest in Fear No Evil and dump the last 3 in Last Chance if you want to do a shit ton of damage no matter where you go. But it's also important to be mindful, as Last Chance weapons are typically up close for the most part, and you'll be vulnerable to fear. So definitely always have something invested in fear. But these are the builds that I have. I go, once again, double damage. Deadly up close is pretty solid if you have to switch off to a shotgun class weapon or blunderbuss. Deadly from a distance works outside of 32.8 feet, which would be hunting rifles, blunderbuss often, especially if you have long shot, lever actions, things like that. Amanda is a decent character. I think she's a decent scaling character because she rewards the player for hitting things within a span of 5 seconds and being accurate. And I like when you play a character and you are rewarded specifically for putting in time and effort. So that was a really quick Amanda guide. You guys be safe, stay hydrated, and of course, have a good one.
I can't explain what happened to Detective Carson in that house. He was my partner, my friend. And then he was something else. He was sick. At first, I thought I couldn't trust my eyes. Then I saw the same thing again in the bookstore. And the diner. This Ash guy isn't someone I'd normally trust, but at this point, he's my best option to stop this thing.